Really get in on top of it.
So what are your favorite hikes?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
Right up here. Then highlight.
Okay, right.
Then what, Ron?
I don't know. There's so many. Like one guy we talked to was asked, "What's your favorite hike?" The last one I did.
Or the one I'm on.
It's usually they're all we do a lot of them year after year. The same ones. They're just so gorgeous, and you just get up and get good exercise and see the scenery. Different times of year, the different flowers are out. You know, I mean, so it's
I don't want to hear about it.
And that doesn't count what we've done in other parks.
Right.
We've done kayaking and
Well, something to be said about not having a bunch of time for it.
you're damn right. You work hard to get there.
Right. Did you have your house? Because I'm your age, and I'm seeing you're not much different age-wise than I am, your wife.
yeah. I'm 49. I don't know. What are you?
I look good.
No, I'm gonna be 67 in a couple weeks.
That's good for you. But you have your house,
Oh, we work at it.
you know.
Ron went and helped his brother-in-law yesterday that has COPD from 50 years of smoke.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And he has a pretty good pity party. And it's hard to feel sorry for somebody that knew he was going there.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, when you're 25 and so, you know, you're going to live forever, right?
But you know,
You can't get out and do this.
20 years ago he could not have walked this, and he still smoked.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, Ron had to go help him.
Where does he live at?
Kalispell.
Okay. Well, that's when it starts catching up. Because it's not when you're 20 or 25 or 30 or 35. All of a sudden you hit that 50.
But good health doesn't happen just sitting.
You gotta work at it.
Yeah, look at that view.
You know, they're talking about studies and they're
It's
like,
incredible.
it's not fat that does you in, it's sugar.
Yeah, and
Gorgeous.
I'm addicted.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to sacrifice Diet Pop for old Coors beer.
I really
Wow.
do like sugar.
So do I. I mean, I was, 10 o'clock at night kind of guy looking for a bowl of ice cream.
And I'm pretty good after supper.
So that's good. You can stop eating at 8 o'clock at night. You're doing good.
But, oh, sugar has my name.
Yeah, okay. You got mine too.
Much better. I better have it too, but I fight it.
So do I.
And sometimes I wonder why.
Well, it could be genetic. Who knows,
Oh, I know it's genetic. But I mean, I wonder why I fight it.
Why, yeah. Well, because of this. Because you want to have.
And because I have a sister that weighs about 250 pounds.
Yeah, okay, I got that. I got that. I was telling Bill about a little hike down in the Rockies down here when range town.
Oh, it's open range in Montana.
Yeah. Anyhow, I told my friend, I said, we got to get out of here. This dead carpet thing can be buried. So we moved out of the area. And then we looked back, and over there in the trees was a bear. Waiting for us to leave. But I can tell you one thing, this sure as hell wasn't the black. He was waiting for us to leave.
We had a grizzly that shot last weekend in Kentucky.
What was the guy carrying? Spray.
They had spray on their backpack.
Yeah, what good is that going to do you?
And they shot her, and she has 2 cubs.
I know. I hate to even think about it.
And she was feeding on poached cow and calf moose.
On poached? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
And that's in the area where we shot pictures of the boats.
How would you get there from that? They said it was on the rise, is that right?
Yeah. And see, these pictures that I took are just this side of Mariah's Pass.
Well, they were hunting in there for elk, obviously, right? Then the question becomes, how would you get to where that
shit.
All right?
Yeah, I turned and took my eye off the trail for a second.
I do that too. I'm really good at that.
Well, I told Bill it's okay to circle around behind you.
But, well, when they were hunting, there's the trailhead for Mariah's Pass right there
Okay.
in the area.
So you could park at the rise and get off right there then, right?
Well, this is a little this side of Mariah's Pass. There's Owl House out there.
Okay.
Is where they were.
So they were on the east side of the path?
Well, on that, right there, Ron, do you think that the road kind of runs east and west, and they're on
I think I would say it'd be more on the north side of the tracks there.
the moose hill?
Yeah.
But the hunters, where they
Oh,
take
they're on the
off,
other side.
is on the south side. And it says the trailhead.
Okay.
But we went down the road another mile or 2, and it was on the north side across the railroad tracks.
Okay. But it was in that vicinity then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the same area where the sow was shot.
But well, Mike Nadell, who's the bear guy for the state, he said he didn't know a thing about her. He didn't know him, had no bear encounters with her, she wasn't black. She was too wild.
There are a lot of wild bears in that area. Every year they have an incident.
Well, 'cause you correct me if I'm wrong, there's more and more of those critters around.
There's more bears.
Yep, there was more bears than I can tell you right now. We hiked the scapegoat and the bomb marshal a ton in the early 80s. And we never saw it.
Well, now I have a friend that did hunting up in the Eureka area, full-time cabinets. No, not the cabinets, but Bluebird Basin, Tin Lakes.
Okay.
And he said you could wake up in the morning and see 5, 6 bears.
Really?
And I have no reason to doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
But I bet now you'd see more.
That could be. But you're right. You've done a pretty good job of managing it.
Well, they've got an abundance of bears.
Right.
They've got an abundance of wolves. And I'm glad that they let me shoot a wolf.
Well, they shouldn't. I mean, it was pretty long swing.
Yeah.
You're never going to take them on. You got to keep the population moving. Well, I know they disagree with you down in that Hamilton area. You said that's why they smack out.
Well, it is. Don had a job that they were taking down deer every day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't heard any wolf up here, but I've seen them fire.
We knew a lady that worked at entrance station here for several years, and she would come early and drive into where we took her off, and then turn around and go back out, and she quite often would see a black wolf. She was awesome. We haven't seen this wolf. We thought, I don't know. Over at Two Man.
What's that? Oh, heck no. I appreciate it. Heck, if I hadn't run into you, I wouldn't have been doing this.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known about this, would you?
Yeah. I will have to say, like I was telling, I was telling him, I have met the nicest people while here.
Oh, well, that's part of the experience, Phil.
What's that?
That's part of the experience. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Oh, are there any big bowls up here?
Yeah, one of the bigger bowls is bedded down to Red Rock right
Okay. Did you go up to the other one?
now. No, I went up last night. You can't get to Bullhead unless
Yeah, we crossed. We hang on
Yeah.
to the cables and walk
with all
across
this
the
stuff.
rocks.
I can't. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know.
But I had real good moose activity at Lower and Middle Bullhead though, and then Red Rock was good last night too. So if you know how to find Lower and Middle Bullhead,
No,
oh okay, yeah, that's hard to explain. There's
you
just
go off the trail.
you have
this
to go
way.
off the trail about 150 yards or so.
Okay.
But anyway, there's one at the head of Red Rock. One of the larger bulls is bedded there. He just bedded down about 20 minutes ago, so he should be there.
Oh.
a
And
little
he's
while.
at the upper end?
He's at the far end.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's, the usual suspects down here for, what did we see,
Two.
four?
No, I mean we saw 2 calves and a cow.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe a second cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly 2 cows.
No,
Yeah.
no bear sign to speak of?
There's been 1 or 2 grizzlies that's been feeding out along the road there, where they're piling stuff up.
You talked to the guy with the female and the sow with the tag on the collar.
Collar, I didn't see her. I saw 2, and neither one of them were collared.
Okay,
So,
they're
The
different ones. then.
Blonde ones.
Yeah.
Blonde ones.
Yeah, but I didn't photograph.
Aren't they pretty though?
They are pretty. Then I saw a wolverine chasing a goat this morning,
Oh,
which is
how
pretty.
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
How
way
awesome.
Wow.
up there, so
Wow.
no
That's
photographs.
unusual to see a wolverine.
We've
Oh,
seen
man.
They're
wolverines
in
a
here.
couple of times.
Yeah.
They're in here, but they're
Wow.
hard
But
to
we see them on the other side.
Over in Grinnell Glacier we seen them one year.
on the other,
And
okay.
then on
On the Highline Trail we seen them
Yeah.
once.
You know, we wondered what was happening because the marmots were just whistling and whistling and whistling. And I
Yeah.
said, something's happening here. And then we saw the wolverines running right along the base of those mountains.
That's
Wow.
exciting.
They're
for-
awesome.
They are,
yeah.
just awesome.
That one time went into Grinnell, we didn't see the wolverine do this, but the people ahead of us did. I guess the gal went, there's an outhouse there,
Yeah.
a pit pot
Pit
up
pot.
there at
At the
the
head.
picnic area.
Yeah.
And she went to go in it, and there's wolverine inside there. He dug in there, and he come out running right between her legs.
Whoa.
Well, we seen him later on the snowbank right there, but I guess she
Wow.
didn't have any trouble going to the bathroom after.
Jeez.
Oh, a close encounter.
She opened the door and.
He darted
but,
right out.
You know, they said that maybe that door wasn't closed.
But anyhow, he somehow
was
got
in
in there and come out when she opened
You
the
know,
door.
and they
But we
love-
seen it just a little later, that going across the
Yeah.
snowfield, not very far
They
away.
go for the salt and urine and stuff.
Yeah.
So what time did you come up this morning?
I was at Red Rock or Fisher Cap at 8:30,
Okay.
and there was a real good bull moose and cow moose interaction because
Right.
they're still kind of thinking about that time of the year,
Right.
and then she had her calf with